one point I know some people say they had to buy equipment for the house. There was like I think the rates for selling gym equipment went up high that year,
Mhm.
and still that you competed a few shows during the pandemic. Did you or
I did. I did.
yeah?
I did. I
Uh,
competed in Vegas during the pandemic for a muscle contest show. And it was great. They were amazing. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And I know I noticed you competed last year at the Nationals, and ladies I did interview were Jamie Hart, and I said y'all look pretty good. Jamie didn't do as well, and you didn't do as well. And also I interviewed some ladies who did that show, Amanda Santos, who won her pro card in physique, but she was second to Anastasia Ryder. And as you talk about, I've heard quite often, yeah, there's always this good companionship with the women bodybuilding. Like one
Yeah.
of my friends, Yetta May Abdul, she was at the show and she said that Joy, she's a nice lady. She, you talk to her. And also I interviewed Sherry Priyami. She's a great lady.
Oh, yeah. She really,
Yeah.
I met her at the Chicago Pro backstage, and such a beautiful soul. Like, just like, she's, I'm sure, stressed out 2 days before her show, and she just had nothing but compliments. She was so nice. So nice.
Yeah, she's sponsored by Eunice Kitchens and Bad Rap. They really had helped her because early this year she did get a show win um, Portugal, but didn't get a qualification. I was surprised because she's from Tampa. I thought she's going to do the Tampa Pro because she did Chicago a couple years back. I think it was around the time when she debuted as a bodybuilder. She did Atlanta, she did Tampa. And she got her. She was qualified by points, but I think she needed just some more extra points to get to the Olympia. But I remember she said that one of her kids got sick. She needed to take care of them. You have kids and family? What's that like?
I don't have much family here in Arizona. I just have one sister here in Arizona. All my family's back in Illinois, and that was kind of why I wanted to do the Miss International, so that I could be with my family. I have a son. He is 27, but he lives in Illinois, so I don't really see them very much.
Yeah,
I'm not like I'm close to a couple of my sisters, but it's hard when you live in Arizona and they all live in Illinois.
yeah, I know. It's especially when you come from when you're around people like one of my sisters. She lives like just about a few miles from where I stay at, and another sister she lives all the way like 50, 60 miles from me. My younger brother lives right behind her, and everybody else is kind of scattered. Like I have like a couple of my siblings passed away. My mom's gone, my dad's gone, but yeah, it's good to have closest bonded family. And as your son, when you started competing, what was his thoughts? Like his mom on stage, half naked, saying, "Hey, dude, what's your son's name?"
His name is Jacob, and
Say,
I don't know what his opinion is because we don't really have a great relationship right now.
ooh, yeah. I'll never. Like I said, my mom's been gone about 5 years, and I wouldn't know not have a great relationship.
Yeah,
But
it's
sometimes,
been I moved here. Since I moved here, it's kind of
well, like I said, this is the best way to say it is a boy's best friend is always going to be his mother. Wives and girlfriends come and go, and maybe someday, some things might come
yeah.
together. I think I can see it. You got to let things work its way out because you know what, you
Absolutely.
always, yeah, yeah.
I give it to God and let Him lead the way. Like,
Yeah.
that's all I can do.
Yeah. So, what was that like the first time you competed? What was your first show? What was it like for you?
My first show was the Whitney Jones Classic, and oh my God, it was I my posing was horrible. I messed up the whole routine, but getting my body to that shape because I was 220, I was obese before I started my weight loss journey. I was quite obese. Getting my body to that condition and actually doing it was so empowering. Having control over food for the first time in my life for an extended period of time, it was empowering. And I didn't have as much control then as I have now. This prep, I didn't cheat one time. Like, I was on it. We didn't do any refeed meals. And I had no problem. And that for me, because I've been a foodie my whole life, I'm from the Chicagoland area. Food is amazing there, right? We like to eat. It tastes good. For me, overcoming that part of it is it's so much gratification to overcome the urges to go get a candy bar after a workout, or it for me it's a lot. It's very gratifying.
Yeah, because you're changing your life, your habits. Like like when after my mom passed, I was almost 500 pounds. And then I said, you know what, I had to make some changes, like do a little change with my eating habits. I'm not trying to be a bodybuilder. I still, like I said, like yesterday afternoon, I had like a bowl of ice cream because I had a hankering for it. But, you know, changing those habits and also making, you know, good choices in your life. That's
Yeah.
the thing. And people got to realize that bodybuilding, you have to be consistent. You know,
Mhm.
you have to follow a healthy diet. You have to follow a healthy workout plan. The mindset of the everyday person is like, it's just steroids. You pump up steroids, you get bigger and get bigger. But that's only a small factor
Right.
when it comes to bodybuilding.
Right. Right. And that's honestly, that was kind of a conversation that was had this week, last week was all about steroids. Well, I could give anybody what I take, and you're not going to have the same results if you don't put in the work. Like, I could give you a magic pill, but it's only magic if you do the work, right? It's not going to make you skinny just because you take a pill. It's the most insane thing that I hear in this industry. Like, you only look like that because you take steroids. No, it's the 3 hours I spend at the gym. It's the watching what I put in my mouth every single day. And I will say, this is the first time that I've actually stayed with a coach after a show and actually had a solid off season where he monitored what I was eating and we followed a diet. Usually, I would have a coach and I'd finish a show and then I wouldn't talk to that coach for 6 months until I wanted to do another show. Well, I kept my coach this time. I didn't go off. We had to go off the plan a little bit because I had to do some traveling for work up to Flagstaff where I didn't have the stuff that I usually have. But we stayed pretty much on plan after that December show. I really didn't go too nuts until I went up to Flagstaff to work, and then the window. But once I got back down here in the valley, like I told him, I sent him a message. I said, I'm done. I'm on. Like, I'm gonna follow your protocol, whatever it is. I didn't think it would be, no cheat meals, no refeed meals from April 6th until the show. Like, I didn't think that was gonna happen, but I'm glad it did because we definitely brought the best package I've ever brought to stage. Ever.
Because from the pictures I saw, you look pretty good. I mean, because you won in your class, that was heavyweight. You did get to overall, but that's pretty good. It's all that matters that you win in your class to get that pro card. I know a couple ladies who did also at the show. They double dip, because if you look at the divisions now between women's bodybuilding and women's physique, and even figure, it's like the lines are not really. It's getting, it's really blurry. You can't really tell the difference.
Yeah, that's been a discussion I've had a lot over this weekend. Is it needs to be more defined. They need to say this is what we're looking for. But I will tell you, like, everything that they've told me that I need to improve is for bodybuilding. And I had a conversation. I don't want to go compete in physique. I don't want to turn pro as a bodybuilder and go compete in physique or any other division. I wanted to turn pro as a bodybuilder and compete as a bodybuilder. And honestly, doing the Miss International was great for me because I've never been backstage with those women. And I literally sent my coach a message and I said, listen, we're going to have to put on some serious size if I want to be competitive as a pro. And I always said, I don't want to turn pro until I'm competitive as a pro, right? Like, there's no reason it wasn't for me to change my Instagram name. I literally want to compete with these women that I look up to. Like, I just can't even imagine sharing the stage with some of these women. And I want to be competitive. And the feedback I got was I needed bigger shoulders and bigger arms, and I needed to tighten my glutes and my hamstrings. I'm willing to do that so that I can be competitive as a pro. Like, I don't want to just say I'm a pro. I want to go out there and compete with these female bodybuilders. They're beautiful. Just to share the stage with them at one point would be amazing.
Yeah, because it's you ladies, like I said, I've been following about it for a long time, and when you are amazing women, to the work you put into it, the sport, the time you put into it, sacrifice you have to make. I know there's days where you don't want to go to the gym, but you go to because you want to hit that next level, especially now you're IB pro. There's days where I know where what. You just I just want to lay here because I know I got to go to work, I got to do this, I got to do that. But no, if you want to step on the stage with the big dogs, like, good example of this, one person who I'm a fan of, she really turned around with bodybuilding. That is Andrea Shaw. I mean, it's just
So beautiful.
she's so beautiful. I mean, I'm a fan of Andrea's.
Yes.
I mean, she really gave new life to women's bodybuilding. Another guy who saved women's bodybuilding, in my opinion, this man here, Mr. Jake Wood.
Yes.
Yo,
Yeah.
Jake, I want
Yeah.
that
I had a
money.
conversation with him the other day. Like, he's just such an amazing supporter of women's bodybuilding, and not even just the bodybuilders, like all of women in the bodybuilding sport. Like, he's just a huge fan. He's such a nice guy. He really is a very nice guy.
Yeah, because next month is going to be the Rising Phoenix, which is it took into place when, as I say, this is my favorite quote, as the IFBB walked quiet behind women's bodybuilding, stabbed in the heart when they pushed out women's bodybuilding from the Olympia. And Jake, he owns the Olympia now. He brought it back. Andrea's going to be the 5-time champion. I mean, there's no doubt about it. This is something I want to show you real quick. This is from a friend of mine. She was at the Olympia last year, and she got this for me. I always like to show it off.
She's amazing. She really is.
Yeah, I mean, I love this. This is why I do content when I get appreciation from ladies like my friend Eunice. He sent me that, and other people. They let me know that really, just we appreciate the stuff I'm doing. So
Yeah.
anyway, folks, we're going to do this. We're going to jump into Leslie's social media for a little bit, and if you want to follow her, her link is in the description of this live stream. If you want to support her in her path, and congratulations, as now she's the IB Pro. That's appreciated. But guys, and Leslie, this is a disclaimer. I say this every time when I do this, especially when we talk about you ladies. And you guys out there, no D pics. Stop it.
Please, none.
Get some help. I know now she just did a show. She's still pumped. She's still, you can see the tan. You can see the veins popping. I know you guys get a little excited, but come on. Calm it down. Okay. Come on. Don't be that guy. Stop it. Get some help.
Don't be that guy. There's a really funny TikTok with this lady that did a version of the thong song with the dick pic. It was the funniest. You have to find it. It is. I'll send it to you. It is the funniest thing I have ever seen. It is so funny.
I probably laugh my brains out because it's crazy. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Some women don't like that because guys, as we know, it's funny how guys, these guys on one side saying she's trying to be a man, yeah, and then next thing you know, they'll be in your DM saying, "I like you, Leslie. I want to sing you something." But just come on, guys, that's sick. Come on.
I am absolutely not trying to be a man. I am just trying to be the best version of me that I can be.
Well, you are the best version you can be. You should be. So, folks, we can jump into IG for a little bit, and here she is right here. As she's now, congratulations, you got her IFBB Pro. Where's that feeling when they told you you're IFBB Pro now?
Honestly, I cried. It was, and it's still hard for me to believe that I actually am a pro. Like, I've wanted that for so long. It's just so hard to believe that I actually made it. Like, I did it. We changed this body. Because if you look at when I first started to now, there is a lot of hard work that went into changing this physique.
Yeah, here's a picture here. This is from my IG here. This is you, which just was a few years ago.
Yeah.
And yeah, you have evolved. This is you will compete. What division was you started in when you were competing?
So I started in physique, and the feedback they gave me was I was too big for physique. They wanted me in bodybuilding.
Yeah. Usually I see ladies might start at bikini or figure, but yeah, physique is becoming, I think, here she is with the lovely Miss Christina Drexel, who turned pro last year. I interviewed her. Yeah, y'all right there, y'all in the same area, Arizona. Arizona's coming up.
We actually were on a trip to Vegas after a show.
Yeah. And you both competed at the Olympia amateurs. Yeah. That's where she got her pro card. This is from the Nationals. And this is from when you were at the in Chicago. And this is a picture. Nice suit. It's like that Wonder Woman style. I mean, who designed the suit?
Oh my God. The suit is the funniest story you are ever going to hear. It is my favorite story from this show. So my suit broke at the Miss International. It broke when they moved me to the center, that my top broke. Ooh. And so I ran off stage, I think I probably screamed first and ran off stage. And
Mm.
when I did not win, we decided we were going to do the show. And my sister sewed the suit, but I was not comfortable putting it on again. So that lady that you just showed, Abby, I called her and I was like, hey, do you or any of your people have any suits? Her, yeah. Do you or any of your people have some suits? I've got one day to find a suit because I only had one day. I had Tuesday. I got in at 4 a.m. on Tuesday, and I literally had Tuesday to find a suit. And so she met me at the gym with about 5 suits, and we were trying them on, and they looked okay. And then she had that one in a bag, and she goes, "This one's probably too small, but Claire told me to bring it anyway." And so we take it out of the bag, and we're laughing at how small it is. And we're like, this is not even to fit my thigh." And she was like, put it on anyway. So I put it on. I put it on over my underwear, and she was like, are you kidding me? So it actually fit. And so